What the hell is this place anyway?
Alpha Team is flying around the forest zone situated in northwest Raccoon City, where we're searching for the helicopter of our compatriots Bravo Team, who disappeared during the middle of our mission.
You haven't found it?
No, I haven't found it yet. Bizarre murder cases have recently occurred in Raccoon City. There are outlandish reports of families being attacked by a group of about 10 people. Victims were apparently eaten. Bravo Team went to the hideout of the group and disappeared.
Look, Chris!
It was Bravo Team's helicopter. Nobody was in it. But strangely, most of the equipment was still there. However, we soon discovered why.
Hey! Come here!
Run for that house!
Chris Redfield, Jill Valentine, Barry Burton, Rebecca Chambers, Albert Wesker, Resident Evil.
What is this?
Wow! What a mansion!
Captain Wesker, where's Chris?
Stop it! Don't open that door!
But Chris is...
What is it?
Maybe it's Chris. Now, Jill, can you go?
I'm going with you. Chris is our old partner, you know.
Okay, let me handle this. Stay alert!
A dining room.
Oh, you gotta love unskippable cutscenes in early Resident Evil. God bless them. Figured I'd play this. I realized I've never done I don't think I've ever done any video of the original Resident Evil on my channel. Like, I've done plenty involving the remake, but this OG, son, she's classic. You got Barry Burton, God bless his heart, Master of Unlocking, Jill Sandwich, all the good times are here. But, that ticking clock is annoying. Hold on. Let's advance to the next area where it's more quiet, and then I'll talk more. Because that's why you're here, to listen to me run my mouth.
What? What is this?
What is it?
Blood. Jill, see if you can find any other clues. I'll be examining this. Hope this is not Chris's blood.
I love Barry's like examination process, by the way, for this random blood here. It's just kind of look at it a lot. Can we talk to him some more? There's actually an alternate version of this opening you could do where you run back out here and talk to Wesker, who's still standing in the hallway like a jackass. Let's see if he's still out there.
Investigate if you hear any gunfire.
Considering we know, or I assume you know, what Wesker gets up to in this game, it's funny that he's still standing there, like, even after we've been in here a couple of minutes. I'm not going to trigger the alternate cutscene, son. I wanted to go OG, so let's go into the next room. I do genuinely love these door loading transitions. It's like one of the best innovations ever. Speaking of which, let's have gun. No, not knife. Knife is not gun. Don't listen to Naked Snake, who has a knife gun. I guess we'll trigger the first zombie. My phone just bleeped and blooped, but I don't have time for bleeping and blooping phones, son. A bleeping and blooping telephone is not the only way to survive this hard. Hold on, I'm trying to reach the fucking thing. 2 times in my life, my phone. I was gonna say, there's 2 times in my life my phone activates, and it's always when I'm recording a fucking Tenfey video. Anyway, let's walk around this inconspicuous corner. Also, Jill can see what's over here right now, but because we can't see it, she's not allowed to acknowledge it. She's just got to silently walk towards it. How horrifying. We're spooked. It's a zombie. Or a crazy man in a green coat. We could just run away from him, but he's guarding something that we want. And by guarding, I mean he's standing near something we want, so... Well, damn. Why? You know what? It's time for Tenfey's Magical Turn This Cocksucking Phone Off adventure. Oh, I have to put in my password to turn the phone off because I might be a Russian spy. And I'm like, oh, Comrade Tenfey will no longer accept phone call. Anyway, the nice thing about... Actually, I'll explain that gun later, son. I got this whole mapped out in my head. Anyway, this is our friend Kenneth. He's a member of STAR's Bravo team, as it's telling you at the bottom of the screen. And he's a mere shadow of his former self since his fucking head was torn off. But if we search his legs, he's got 2 magazines, or as they call them, clips. Which, if any of y'all are hardcore gun enthusiasts, I know that's triggering the shit out of you. If my friend Noah was here, who's a totally real person that I didn't make up, he'd be so triggered by that. Anyway, even though we shot that zombie to death, he's still going to be involved in a hilarious cutscene, so let's go.
Barry?
What is it?
Watch out! It's a monster!
Let me take care of this. What is it?
Kenneth was killed too. Maybe by this creature. Anyway, let's report this to Wesker.
I almost wish Wesker was actually still out here in the foyer so that I could hear Jill and Barry trying to explain his shit, like busting in there like Scooby and Shaggy and just stuttering and muttering about zombies, and Wesker's like, "What are you going on about?" "I'm trying to put pomade in my hair."
Wesker! Help me look for him, Jill. And don't leave this hall for the time being.
So this music you're hearing, the track is actually named Where's Wesker, and I'm pretty sure this is the only part of the entire game it plays in, but it's probably the spookiest piece of music in this game. Anyway, by search the hall, Barry means walk over here. Well, he's not behind the stairs, and now walk.
Find anything, Jill?
Nothing. What is this all about? I can't figure it out at all.
Beats me, too.
Now it's Wesker's time to disappear. I don't know what's going on.
Well, it can't be helped. Let's search for him separately. I'll check the dining room again.
Okay, I'll try the door on the opposite side.
This mansion is gigantic. We could get into trouble if we get lost. We should start from the first floor, okay? And... Jill, here's a lockpick. It might be handy if you, the master of unlocking, take it with you.
Thanks. Maybe I'll need it.
Listen, if something happens, let's meet up in this hall. This time I'll be there.
Barry says a lot of weird shit in this game, but I've never quite understood the context of "this time I'll be there." It's like, when have you not? Also, we're members of STARS, Special Tactics and Rescue Service, I think it stands for. I always want to say squad, but I'm pretty sure it's service. So we're supposed to be like super elite police officers. Why would they separate? Like, I know this is stupid. I'm like Cinema Sins here, pointing out stupid, obvious shit that happens for, you know, story and video game purposes. But shouldn't they stay together? Like, why did they even leave Wesker to start with? I know it's because Wesker wants to run off and be a cheeky bastard. But still, anyway, let's just leave. Let's just leave the mansion. Let the battle happen outside. A very shootable zombie dog is out there. I think in the remake, if you try to open that door, it actually, the dog comes inside and then you have to either run away or kill it. One thing I do love about the original Resident Evil is it's more open-ended in nature, because we have a lot of places in the mansion we could explore right now, especially being we're Jill Valentine and have a lock pit, because only ladies can pick locks. I don't know if that's some sort of subtle thing, something they're implying at Capcom, but only ladies are deceitful and mischievous enough to be able to pick locks. But we're going to go this way because then we can proc Barry and a shotgun. Shotgun Barry, I believe they call him. This room has a map hidden up here. Normally I wouldn't grab it, but since, you know, I'm doing this to entertain y'all and show you the game, I'm not going for elite strats. If Carcinogen SGA is watching, I've already well behind World Record Praise, son. I got them nothing but red splits. And if you go in this little room right here, there's a zombie pretending to be dead on the floor. But there's really no reason to go in there because there's just an ink ribbon. And why would I need an ink ribbon? Why would I save my game? You're like, Tenfey, saving in a Resident Evil? So if I was playing as Chris Redfield, God rest his soul, I would need a sword key to get in this door. But because I'm Jill Valentine's son, I can just ooze my way through like Alex Mack. Nothing bad will happen in this hallway. And be written about by 30 years on game blogs. Oh no, a dog jumped through the door. I'm so spooked. Maximum spook. Well, that's the only time that'll happen, so let's just run forward without worrying. Dogs are very easily stun lockable in game, but in that opening cutscene, they were on them, son, like a pot of neck bone. Once again, I'm being Cinema Sins. I do love how the people that lived in this mansion, the researchers, were kind enough to hide handgun magazines for the specific Beretta we use around the mansion. It was very convenient of them. Alright, I was waiting for this camera angle to explain some shit that's going on. So you might have noticed, Jill, you're so impatient. She's like Sonic the Hedgehog. She's got to go fast. You might notice that Jill is sporting a very snazzy, sleeveless... It's like a sleeveless Stars uniform shirt, but it's still got a collar and buttons, so it's technically still formal. And some very tight pants. And in her hairstyle, she's got a... What is that hairstyle? It's short in the back, but she's got like hyper bangs in the front. That's what we're going to call it. It's the hyper bang. Jill's like, please don't call it that. I'm like, too late, Jill. You got to go to the salon and request the hyper bang. The reason she's dressed like this is we're playing in this is the Resident Evil Director's Cut. So it added what's called advanced mode, which changes the layout of certain items in the mansion as well as enemy placement. And it replaces your character's outfit with this snazzier one, which I like this more than Jill's blue beret one, to tell you the truth. Sadly, this uniform doesn't reappear in any subsequent Resident Evil, not even as like an unlockable. But one of the main things is your starting handgun is replaced with this version of the Beretta, which, as you saw on that first zombie, has a chance to proc random critical headshots. So it's very nice. We're having a good time, aren't we, Jill? She's like, maybe you are. I'm in a spooky mansion. I'm like, why do you sound like that all of a sudden? Anyway, regardless, this handgun about to be the point where I won't wipe my ass with this handgun because we're already shotgun adjacent in this little room right here. This room is very tucked away, by the way. Also, there's zombies. Spoilers. Don't tell nobody. Oh, headgun. Headgun? Headshot proc. I don't actually have to kill him, especially because he's hung on the fucking fireplace like a blue crab. But I'm going to do it just for fun. So the shotgun is in here. You pick it up and have shotgun. And then that happens, and you're like, well, that's who gives a shit? I'm a kid who's never played Resident Evil. I don't know nothing about nothing. But then when you walk out here, son, consequences of the full life variety. So we're locked in here, the ceiling's coming down, and both of these doors are locked. So whatever shall we do other than stand here and do a panic spin? Guess we're dead. It was a short run. I just thought y'all might appreciate a couple of minutes of Resident Evil before I get crushed by a ceiling. But this is just how things are sometimes.
Jill? Is that you, Jill? What happened?
Barry, help me, please. The door won't open. Quick!
Stay away from the door, Jill. I'm gonna kick this door down.
Hurry! This way!
Oh, Barry!
That was too close. You were almost a Jill sandwich.
You're right. Barry, thanks for saving my life. But Barry, didn't you say you're going back to the dining room to do some research? Why on earth are you here?
I just had something I wanted to check. Now, let's get back to searching for the lost captain and Chris, shall we?
Thank you, Barry.
Yeah.
Like, literally, once again, I was just in a life or death scenario, and the only thing that saved me was Barry was nearby, and then he's immediately like, let's split up again. Oh no, the gas from Cabin in the Woods is coming out the walls. We have to split up now. I'm gonna go fight zombie rednecks. Okay, we have a shotgun. So if you're playing as Chris, or you don't come here soon enough for Barry to save you, you have to find a broken shotgun, which in arrange mode is actually just 2 rooms away from here, but we're Jill Valentine's son. We got Barry circling around us like red turtle shells in Mario Kart, so we're pretty much invincible. So the voice acting, for any of y'all who somehow didn't know about Resident Evil's legendary voice acting, good lord, I can't stop getting headgun. Headgun procs, that's what they're called, this new canon. Someone update Tenfey Wiki. I can't. I'm an unstoppable machine. You can combine your ammunition here in the inventory, but I think it's cooler to reload in the heat of battle, son. That's what Revolver Ocelot taught me. The voice acting, very odd and stilted with weird delivery. That's because when they made this game in Japan, and the director, the voice director, was not a native English speaker. He probably didn't speak any English, really. And so he just got the English voice actors in there to read the lines they wrote, and then he couldn't really, you know, you don't really pick up on weird inflections and shit in a language you don't natively speak. It's like when we listen to animes, and you know, it could be the worst voice acting ever. I mean, but you wouldn't know. You'd be like, man, that's some deep fucking animes right there. I tell you what, Bobby, that's some clean, that's a clean burning anime there. I tell you what. But so they just picked lines that sounded. There's the broken shotgun, by the way. I guess they picked the readings that sounded the most dramatic and just went with it. So who the hell knows? Why am I trying to fucking justify these people? They're terrible life choices. Alright, we've got magazines for days. Oh, I'm sorry, handgun clips. I hope Noah's watching this. But yeah, that's now you know something about Resident Evil, I guess. Alright, we're in the mansion. We escaped to the mansion where we thought it was safe. Yet. Never trust ellipses, kids. Ellipses S. Grant. Alright. Oh, zombies. I love their little standing here like practicing for the Thriller dance. Like they're just kind of shuffling around. If you don't see blood pulling outside a zombie kid, I got a magic headshot. And one bullet left. There's actually one zombie down there riding dirty around that corner. We're going to leave him be for just a moment. Yeah, the zombies, if you don't see blood coming out of them like that, then they ain't dead. Alright, I'm going to show you the magic of a shotgun. Because a shotgun's nice, more powerful than a handgun, got spread. But the most important thing about a shotgun is if you let them get all up in your shit like this and aim up, good time. That's a good time right there. Oh, it's so much more dramatic when I have to reload mid-battle. Look, they died together as they lived. One of them without a head. But both of them missing the same part of their pants. What are y'all in, a gang? This is why you became zombies in an Umbrella Lab misfortune. Because you were on the streets when you should have been in school. I can't stop with the headshots. If John Madden was here, he'd be like, here's a stars lady, can't stop getting crit headshots. Head gun. Alright, let's talk to Barry again. The whole first half of this game is just talking to Barry. Barry. Normally he's out here when you walk out. It might be because I went and triggered shotgun. He might be here when we come out of this room. Spoilers, we're going to go meet another member of the STARS team. You're like, oh boy, I love members of the STARS team because they talk to you and have dialogue. I'm like, well, I'm like the Impractical Jokers when they're revealing a punishment. I'm like, well. Forrest got pecked to death by zombie crows. That makes him tonight's big loser. He has a bazooka. He's also guarding a key that I'm going to pick up, and nothing bad happens. Kids, if you ever see a key next to a dead body and you're in a zombie precedented scenario, just grab it. Nothing bad happens. So this is something that's actually new for Director's Cut, this Forrest zombie. Look at that! Am I going to head crit? That's the new word now. It changes every time. Am I going to get crit headshots on every zombie? Y'all are going to think I'm TAS in this game. Son, you're going to have the Billy Mitchell and the old man in the Foot Locker uniform from Twin Galaxies come review this. Okay. First of all, we have to look at this key because it's a generic mansion key, but if we look at the picture, it becomes armor key. That way if we find Tony Stark and he needs to take a shit real bad, but he's stuck in his armor, we can unlock it. That was a bad joke, but I'm glad I made it.
Jill, what's going on? Any clues?
No, but something's wrong with this house.
Whoa, this hall is dangerous. Maybe it's better to secure our escape route first. There must be a back door somewhere. Let's try to find it first, shall we?
Okay, let's separate again.
Just a moment. I found something.
What is it?
It's a weapon. It's really powerful, especially against living things. Better take it with you.
But how about you, Barry?
I have this.
Thank you. I'll take this then.
I like that Barry just gives you these acid rounds he happened to find. They conveniently load in the bazooka we just found on Forrest's dead body. Also, how did Forrest get killed if he had a bazooka? I guess it's implied that he was pecked to death by zombie crows. So maybe a bazooka is not the best thing to fight zombie crows with. So that checks out. Take one ding off my shitty Cinema Sins counter. We're going to unlock things with an armor key. Good times. Alright, I guess we'll talk to Richard. No, y'all, there's too much dialogue. We'll let him lay there, poisoned for just a little bit longer. First, we're gonna go get a lighter. Yeah, that's it. That's the ticket. Alright, I feel bad for this guy hanging out here down by the corner, so we're gonna kill him. Let's see if we get a head crit. Holy shit, I can't be stopped. I'm some kind of gypsy. The good thing about zombies is you can always just go through a doorway, because zombies can't open doors. I've been disproved so quickly. Son, look, I gotta make room so I can tactically reload. Imagine how boring this playthrough would be if I was going in the menu and selecting my ammunition and combining it with my gun. You crowd would be fucking asleep by now. Alright, there's a key item in here. So I'm gonna leave it for now. Technically, we don't need the lighter in Jill's advanced mode, but I'm gonna get it because I'm showing you all the cool shit. I want you all to think I'm a cool guy. You're like, hey, I'm watching Tenfey and I got all kinds of Go-Gurt and shit. Because he's a cool guy. If I was a mushroom, I'd be a fun guy. Alright. We'll take this red herb with us. You're like, Red Herb? I know him, he's a good feller. He's either a smart feller or he's a fart smeller. Old Red always cracked up at that one. One time I told him that he shit his pants. I'm like, this sounds like a lovely individual. And I'm glad you all met each other. We want... If we grab the herbicide... See, the Resident Evil 1 is like a puzzle game. You got to plan your route. When you're speedrunning, you're like going to rooms in such efficiency. But I'm just a bebopping and a scatting around the mansion, trying to give you all a good time. I am uploading this on Christmas Eve, so... Hopefully you're watching this instead of spending time with loved ones. Which is the worst part of Christmas.
Richard! What happened?
Oh, Jill, this house is dangerous. There are terrible demons. Ouch!
You're wounded. What kind of demon attacked you?
It was a huge snake, and also poisonous. Ugh.
Poisonous? Oh, no. Richard, hold on.
There is serum. Oh no, I should have brought some with me.
No problem. I'll go and get it.
Thanks.
Poor Richard. Can't even write his almanac because he's been attacked by terrible demons. If I got attacked by a giant fucking poisonous snake, or venomous, excuse me, I'm sure at least one of you was like, actually, snakes inject venom. If you ate them and became ill, they would be poisonous. But, I might refer to it as a terrible demon and say ouch in a really weird tone of voice. If I had a big fucking hole in my chest from a snake fang, I suppose I wouldn't really worry about mind flex. Come on, head crits. I can't. I've never gotten this many head crits, y'all. It's a Christmas miracle. If you're playing this game on Christmas Eve, son, Santa Claus comes and he's like, ho, 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 busting caps all up and down the neighborhood. I'm fucking Santa Claus. Like, you're fucking yourself? He's like, no, I meant it as an adjective, you see. Merry Christmas. Shut the fuck up. Come on, head crits. Aww. Christmas is ruined. I want all of y'all that are watching this, that your families are over for Christmas, I want you to go out there and just knock the tree over and shit on it. Because Christmas is ruined. I'm going to take out my frustrations on the next zombie I see with a bazooka. I told him. That's what you get for being adjacent to me when I'm mad about Christmas. That zombie tries to throw up on you. And his head explodes. That's why I knew to run past him. It's so good to me getting all these crits, son. This is why you only play advanced mode. In the regular mode, your Beretta is so weak. It has no crit headshots. I don't even know why you fucking bother. I wouldn't wipe my ass with a non-crit shotting Beretta. I hope no more dogs jump through windows. I specifically asked you not to do that. I got hit. My flawless no damage run. You motherfucker. I told him. That was an appropriate retaliation. Alright, no more dogs through windows. I can't. Dogs are actually very dangerous in this game because they run around all fucking crazy, which I guess is the point, but it's still aggravating. One bullet left. Oh, you'll notice Jill is in, like, less than fine. She's in caution from getting hit twice by dogs. It's because she has less HP than Chris Redfield. So I guess there's one difference you can make between them. There are multiple items in this room that I want. Tell you what, we're going to use forethought and planning. We're going to walk in this room and I'm going to black two zombies with my grenade launcher. So you and you. Then I can do, no, I don't want to look at it. Then I can do this. Turn around, go to town, might even boot scoot boogie, but y'all go ahead and give me just a minute. Then we can go in this room. See, I told you, Resident Evil is a puzzle game. Knowing where to use your keys and shit is like flipping T-blocks around. Also, Richard is dying in agony as we're going on this little adventure. Also, I like in arrange mode, the Magnum is just laying here. This is where the broken shotgun would be in the normal mode. But it's just here, hanging out, having a good time. Doing Magnum shit. And since we're Jill Valentine, we can unlock people's desks. And not only find pictures of sexy mouse ladies that they drew, but we can find their shotgun shells. If you don't understand that joke, then Google it. Okay. Alright. Killed dogs. Found shotgun shells. We're pretty much done with this handgun, by the way, so... Critsmas. Critsmas! Why didn't I call it that? But Critsmas is almost over because we're done with this handgun. I left a magazine in the thing that I forgot about. How embarrassing. Okay, we want you. You can hang out here because we're not going to need you right this second. You're going to be combined down pints pound the world around. Yeah, we're good. Okay. Don't worry, Richard. Mama Jill's coming. And she's shotgun ready. Wait. Y'all are probably yelling at the screen. I didn't grab the serum. Good job, but you forgot baby serum. Speaking of baby Moses, who I was just referencing, I recently finished my Christmas Times tradition of rewatching all of the Angry Video Game Nerds Christmas videos in a row. It's always very heartwarming. My favorite is the one where that guy Keith shows up and they unwrap a bunch of Sega accessories and beat the shit out of each other. Like, I have a genuine good time watching it. Just like I assume all of y'all watch all the Tenfey Christmas videos every year. Which was a lot of content. You got 4 12 days of being Mario, Link, Samus, and Sonic. Son, you got 2 nostalgic Christmas adventures. It's a lot to get through. Closet zombie! You should be honest with yourself and talk to your parents, closet zombie. You don't have to live in there. Okay. Alright. The fun thing is, if you wait long enough, Richard just dies, I assume of a broken heart. And so you can keep that bottle of serum. And so if you get poisoned by the big snake, known as the Yawn, for those of y'all who keeping up Resident Evil lore, then you can cure your poison. Because there's no blue herbs in the mansion. At least not now. Maybe when we come back later. Spoilers. When it becomes Hunter Town. Population, hunters. And I'm not talking about S. Thompson. Are you enjoying this ambient background music? Luckily, I'm playing the original director's cut and not the DualShock version, because the DualShock version had to change the soundtrack for some reason, and they got a deaf man to make it. Like, I'm not even joking. And so the soundtrack is it's different. It gives you a different sort of unease. Although when you go in the basement, you hear clowns farting and trombones. Maybe I'll play an example for you later. You're like, well, I certainly hope so. Alright, Richard, we did it. We saved the city.
Here's the serum. Richard, hold on. I'll give you a shot now.
Jill, here's my radio. You should keep it.
No! Richard!
Jill, be careful.
Oh, Richard, we hardly knew thee. Also, yes, we know Jill. If you search his pants, he also has a handgun magazine. All STARS members know to die with a handgun magazine in your pants. For your comrades. Okay. Now we can give Jill a big old girthy full heal. Which actually we don't need because we're going to eat this other green herb. I'm legally required to make a joke, since I'm playing Resident Evil, about the green herbs looking like marijuana. Especially when you mix them and they go in a little fucking blunt paper here. So there you go. That's your joke. Y'all can go home now. Tip your waitress. You're like, I had a waitress? What? I'm sitting in my house in my underwears watching this. I hope there's not 2 zombies all up in our shit when we walk through this doorway. Boom! That's justice right there. Okay. They actually don't try to grab you. They also are programmed to just vomit on you. I guess because it's not very fair to just walk through a door and get gangbanged by zombies. So this room, if you're playing in Chris's advanced mode, the sword key is in here. And Jill can't search this because it's too dark. So her hands don't work. But luckily, there's a candelabra to light, because apparently this room doesn't have an electric light in it. Or an orchestra of that effect. And we'll get us some acid rounds. Barry didn't even have to hand them to us, inexplicably. There's a handgun magazine in here. See, I'm teaching you where all the hot items are, but once again, we're mature adults now. We've evolved beyond concepts such as handguns. Maybe I will take an ink ribbon just for y'all. Because I have a tendency to die in Resident Evil videos in very embarrassing areas, considering I've played the games 900 times. So just for y'all. God bless. Okay. Now that Richard's dead, took care of that business, we can get back to our mansion exploring adventure. So what do we have left to do? We got to play music on the piano, kill a big snake, push some statues, press buttons on pictures. Herbs. Ovaltine. No, there's I gotta go get the herbicide that I didn't get earlier. I could have picked it up earlier if I'd have, right at the beginning of the game after you and Barry split up, if I had gone straight upstairs to where Richard, or Forrest, I mean, was dead and gotten the bazooka and the helmet key, then when I did my initial loop of this area, I could have gotten the herbicide. But then Barry doesn't save you from the shotgun room because you proc him upstairs. And if you've proc Barry too recently, he's got a refractory period, son. You got to get that man's time to calm down. He's like, whoa, my dick is dangerous. God, that's stupid. But anyway, The point is, stay in school, eat your vegetables. Okay. Herbicide. If you were some sort of plant person and you killed another plant person, would the crime be labeled as herbicide? Or what if you killed your friend Red Herb because you got tired of him shitting and farting all over the place whenever you tell a joke down at the pub? Red Herb, if you're listening, leave a comment. Because this mysterious unnamed person in this anecdote that I made up earlier is talking the most shit about you. We can go in this bathroom and have a spook to get a handgun magazine. And since I know y'all are looking for maximum spookiness in this video, we'll do it. It's actually a pretty cool scare. No, he was so close! Y'all caused me to lose genuine HP by getting a spook for you. Actually, the funny thing is, if you just walk over here, he's just standing there like a stack of pancakes, and you can just shoot him. But I thought y'all would appreciate the spook. What I should have done was run away from him and then shoot him. It's standard zombie fighting protocol, and y'all know that. I thought that was the last door. Oh no, there's one more room that needs the armor key. I always forget about in the main hall. Hey, buddy! How you doing? Has anyone ever told you you're ugly as fucking sin? Okay, one more dog gonna try to jump on us. We're gonna reload your shotgun. Bow to you, sensei. Fuck you. I told him. That's what he gets for being controlled by his viral infected instincts. I like to think he would have been an asshole dog regardless. Alright. Chemical. I believe it's a herbicide, thank you. Although it just says earth on it. There you go. You had to look at it. Which means it's Kwame from Africa's favorite chemical. Just straight up fucking earth, baby. Kwame from Africa would crush up some earth and put it on a hooker's ass and snort that shit. You might not realize this, but he was the most fucked up of the Planeteers. Alright, we're going to try to run out of the room without getting a dog hung on us. We did it! He was midair. He was so majestic. Alright. We need to be grabbing all these herbs and combining them, getting all kinds of fat heals. We're going to leave you there for the future, because I might find myself in this hallway someday in the future, and I might not be at full health. We can run down this hall with impunity, since we've already killed all the spooky window dogs. It's the reason you don't leave your windows open at night, kids, because dogs love to jump through them. They can't get enough of that shit. They're fucking addicted to it. Alright, this is the door I always forget about. There we go. Now we can throw away this useless fucking armor key. There's a turbo zombie in here. You may have noticed one earlier when I was grenading zombies. But a turbo zombie is like a regular zombie, except with some twang on him. See that motherfucker right there? Watch how quick he comes over here. Hey! Son, he's full of piss and vinegar now. It's like, here's your problem right here. You zombie, so he's full of piss and vinegar. God, I love that shit. Once you get the shotgun, you're pretty much done. And I appreciate the researchers all hiding shotgun shells in their desks. Alright, this whole room, this whole area is completely optional, but once again, I'm trying to show you all the good shit. What, do you want me to just run to the end of the game and be like, well, we beat Resident Evil. Merry fucking Christmas. Another mirror room. They love that shit. You'll notice she only puts 3 shells in the shotgun, yet it holds 7. Let's get my cinema sense counter back up. So this door in the normal mode, you have to beat the game and get the best ending to get the closet key, and there's an alternate uniform. So you, surprisingly, you think Jill would be more freaked out that her standard STARS uniform is just in here on display. But we could change into it. This is Jill's other alternate outfit. It's just like her Night on the Town outfit. I love Chris's Made in Heaven jacket, which you can see in Resident Evil 2 by his desk. And I love that it's complemented by Claire's Let Me Live shirt. Wait. I think her regular red one does say Made in Heaven. It's her alternate outfit with the Colt that says. I'm getting steeped in Resident Evil lore. Also, I should be able to put Chris's cool vest on. But no. Not Jill Valentine. Not today. She's business casual with this sleeveless fucking button-up shirt. Why not? We'll keep grabbing herbs. Jill's not a very healthy lady. She's like Samuel L. Jackson in Unbreakable, son. A gnat fart put her in fucking red caution. Also, I just noticed this cowboy-style hat hanging on this thing right here. I really wish I could put it on. Okay, enough ambling and rambling and gambling. This is a professional Resident Evil Director's Cut Christmas Eve playthrough. Also, leave a comment if you're not watching this on Christmas Eve. If you're watching this in, like, May. Alright, we need an emblem. A wooden emblem, to be more specific. And luckily, I know. I just happen to know where one is. Lads. Oi, lads. We're getting us a bit of a wooden emblem, we is. I don't know why I became Nigel Crumsby. Everyone's favorite Tenfey character. He's the old-timey British Bobby. I believe he originates in Any Way the Wind Blows. So there you go. He doesn't have an entry on the Tenfey Wiki, unfortunately. Alright, time to push statues. All day, every day, baby. How did they, like, justify this room other than this puzzle? It's like, yeah, we want a room full of suits of armor just in the middle of the mansion. And could you put 2 vents in it that spew poison? It's like, no. I don't know how you're going to pass building inspection. The first thing they're going to see, I guarantee, before they even see the shitty wiring job you did, and the fact that there's only one bathroom, they're going to go straight for you fucking poison vents. I'm like, I bet they are in Obama's America. Actually, Bill Clinton was the president when this game came out. He wouldn't have gave a shit. He'd be like, oh, that's amazing. Hey, y'all, you enjoy your poison vents there. I'm going to go get my dick sucked, and then it's going to be on the news for 8 years. My wife. My wife. I don't know why he became Borat. Whenever he talked about Hillary, he did his terrible Borat impression. He's like, you know who's not going to be president in 2016? My wife. Oh. Yaga Shema. My name is Willie. Oh, good times. I wasn't expecting old Slick Willie to show up in this playthrough. God bless his heart. Okay, what are we doing? I always lose track of what we're doing. It's almost like I have some sort of deficiency of attention. A disorder thereof. Alright, we are going to go down here. We're going to put our giant fucking bag of mixed greens we have in our inventory in our box. Then we're going to go kill some tendrils in a bird bath. We're going to play some music. We might even play that funky music. That's like some sort of white boy. Then we'll kill a snake. Doesn't that sound fun? Okay. Normally I don't make this many trips to the item box, but like I said, I want to show you all the nooks and crannies of the Spencer Mansion, son. I want the Spencer Mansion fully exposed. I want the Spencer Mansion stripped asshole naked and then spread eagle, so you can see every delicious contour of its meaty interior. I got really creeped out by my own analogy right there. I don't know what the hell his problem was. He's like, I'm a zombie. Thank you. It's 2018. Zombie lives matter. And I'm like, yeah, but hashtag not all stars. Says you didn't expect hard-hitting political commentary in a Tenfey video. Hard-hitting, you know, for, what, 4 years ago? That thing's not having a good day. I guess that's not really a bird bath. It's a weird indoor fountain. Anyone who has an indoor, like, fountain room like this in their house is a douchebag. Sorry if you're watching this. If you're some sort of magnate. I'd love the Suncrest. Thank you for asking first. Some people just come into your house and just start taking Suncrests. No, I'm thinking of Sunkissed. God, I love Sunkissed. I like all orange sodas. Even like store brand. Unlike Kale. Who loves orange soda? Ben loves orange soda. I should do a sitcom like Kenan and Kel, but it could be me and Tommy. Tommy and Ben. That would be a genuinely good... I'd watch that sitcom. Okay. We are just all herbed up, son, for the town. We got heals for days. I got heals like you read about in Heals Monthly. It's a kind of polar opposite offshoot of Damage Monthly. White mages love it, but doctors hate it. This white mage resurrected his whole party from near death with 3 spells. Doctors hate it. Okay, I'm going to play a piano. Luckily, Jill, being a 2 X chromosome laden, vagina burdened woman, can play the piano. Unlike Chris Redfield, who has to take Rebecca Chambers in here to play the piano. My God. My God. It's a good thing she's a fucking prodigy chemist who went to college when she was like 12, because she can't play fucking piano to save her life. Let's see if I get flagged for the Moonlight Sonata. Also, she can play it while holding a fucking shotgun in her right hand. That's a prodigy right there. Is that like supposed to be a bust of Van Buren or some shit that this crest is tucked inside of? Also, this room is probably where I would hide during the zombie outbreak. I would just come in here and pull the crest out and just kind of hang out. I didn't have that 2-way glass there to look through. So if anybody was in there trying to solve the herb puzzle, I could wave at them. Be like, hey, hope you found the herbicide. They're like, I did. I'm like, did you also make up a weird anecdote about Kwame from Africa with the power of earth snorting dirt off a hooker's ass? And they're like, no. What? I'm like, oh, I just thought it would be, you know, collective unconscious. You know, it's more of a cultural thing. Okay, there's blood that we hope is not Chris's. Does she examine it? Nope, Barry already thoroughly examined it by bending down and looking at it with his eyes. Barry's got innate detective vision. This is such an unnecessary step, because here in the regular game, when you put that in there and that slides open, the shield key is behind this, and the shield key is what the snake is hidden behind. But in this one, it's just, you get this blue gem. I think he's a good friend of Red Herb. It's like, if there's anyone I can't stand more than Red Herb being at the pub, it's Blue Gem. And then you come over here to the tiger statue. Now this is something my big mansion would definitely have, as a tiger statue. Also, so you put the blue gem in here, and then the shield key is behind this. So it was just an unnecessary, like, extra step. Now, in my mansion, when you go to the tiger statue and put a gem in it and it turns to the side, an actual tiger is behind it. And I don't mean like a... I mean like a friendly tiger who wants to hang out and you can hug. Hug tigers, I believe they're known as. Hug... I want a bumper sticker that says Hug Tigers. That's like my bucket list. It's got one entry on it. It's Hug a Tiger. No, I'm not going to hug Sagat. That doesn't count. Sagat was watching this and he was getting all excited. Also, he's very large and angry. He literally has an angry scar down his chest. Okay. Enough dilly-dallying around. We've been running our mouths collectively. I assume you've been running your mouths while I've been running my mouth. But we got a big-ass fucking snake to fight. Which means I need to pay a visit to the item box. Because it's got some anti-snake shit that I needs to have in my inventory before we go a-snaking. Before we get asshole snaked. It's another reason I enjoy Jill Valentine and her company. She has 8 inventory slots, like pretty much every other Resident Evil character, not including Rebecca and Billy and Zero. Wasn't I playing Resident Evil 0 with Levi? Maybe I should keep doing that. Okay, anyway. Chris Redfield. He's only got 6. He's the virgin 6-slot inventory, while Jill Valentine is Chad 8 slots. And she's got Barry Burton. Chatty Burton. I'm going to bring one of these with us just in case. But the main thing we need is your bazooka. You need your collection of Bazooka Joe comics. Man, Bazooka Joe, or Bazooka Gum, which Bazooka Joe comics are inside the wrapper of, it's not very good gum. It's like very tough to start chewing. Does not rank highly in my list of gums. Now, a top tier gum, there's some good gums out there, but they lose their flavor so quickly. If you're going for longevity of gum, you do worse than like a double mint or a spearmint. Because they're not like the boldest flavors, but they tend to last the longest. Juicy fruit's good, but what fruit does it taste like? A durian? That loses its flavor too. Big Red. If you don't chew Big Red, well, fuck you. You'll watch YouTube on a horse, y'all. Alright. It's snake time. Because I'm snake tired. Now, if we're very good, we only need to hit him with 3 acid rounds. And as long as he doesn't bite us, we won't pass out and have Barry carry us back to the safe room, which would waste time. So we're going to try and not get poisoned. Because they'd be poison. Poison snakes. Oh, Ernest Saves Christmas, which I'm quoting when I say that line. I need to watch that before Christmas is over. It's a good movie. It's from the 90s, and it's a good movie. Alright, y'all. Here's the plan, because I've done this before. We're going to walk here. The snake's going to appear. I'm going to aim, shoot an acid round, wait a couple of seconds while spamming the auto-aim button, shoot another acid round, and then do that again. Jill, why are you so impatient? And that will hopefully hit him 3 times before he can bite us. So let's see if that works. One, 2, 3. There you go. And that's how you fight a giant snake. Here's a Stars lady that's shooting grenades at a snake. Thanks, John Madden. I appreciate that you are inexplicably watching and commenting. Alright, you've got half a wind crest, I want to say. Or no, the moon. It's the only way to kill a mockingbird is by hitting it with the moon. Okay. So now we don't have to black out and have Barry save us. That's good. Under certain circumstances as Chris, if you get bitten by that and black out, you have to play as Rebecca and run back and get the serum. Very tedious. Not a big fan of Miss Rebecca Chambers in this game. I can tell you that. I'm sorry, Rebecca Chambers fan 86, who I'd like to think is good friends with Horse fan 86. But I gotta be honest. Alright, we're going to grab the other half of the moon crest. And then we're going to go push picture buttons. And then we're going to go outside and shoot some dogs. We got a lot ahead of us, son. There's still a lot of game left. Son, don't turn away just yet. I know it's 24-0 going into halftime, but there's still some game left to be played. Alright, first and foremost, kids, search your bug displays for a button. Drain your fish tank, as you do. She's so shocked. Then you push your fish tank. What you're going to want to do, see, here's your problem right here, is you didn't push your fish tank. Then you can push this motherfucker over. and get half a moon crest. You know what I would trade that half a moon crest for? Half a moon pie. You give me that and an RC Cola. There's a ink ribbon in this jacket, I believe. Yes. Yes, it is. No. No, thank you. I will be abstaining from your ink ribbon, thank you. 3 ink ribbons is more than enough for me. It's like when you ask for extra sauce at the restaurant and they just... Like, you want 1 pack of ketchup to go with your french fries, and they just grab an armful and throw it in there, and you can hear the Native American crying on the side of the road because you're wasting ketchup. Does that work? Do any of y'all have any fucking idea what I'm going on about? Native Americans use every part of the ketchup. Alright. No zombies behind me, are there? Okay. Sometimes there's a zombie hiding around that corner. Ray the zombie, I believe he's known as. Alright, we're going to push a picture of a newborn baby. Then, we are going to push a portrait of an infant. Then, a portrait of a lively boy. Then, picture of a young man as an artist. Then, we're going to press the tired-looking middle-aged man, which sadly now represents me. I remember when I used to be the young man or the lively boy playing this game. God, this room just tracks your progress. And then tired old man, which I probably won't live to be, but I'd like to think I would be. And then the end of life, which is all we could really hope for. And there you go. That's some, like, creepy-ass music that plays, too. This game has some really good music in this version. That portrait of a bold old man reminds me... Tell me if you all see this, but in a lot of my older relatives, and I don't know if it's just because I'm in the southeastern United States where Christianity used to be a really hot deal, big deal, but all of my older relatives were very religious, and they all have the same, like, painting of an old man at a table, like, praying and saying the blessing, and he's got, like, a bowl of soup and a loaf of bread in front of him and a bunch of books. I'm just wondering if you all encounter that a lot, too. There's one thing I hate about dogs. It's that they absorb my shotgun shells. Jingle bells, shotgun shells. Grandma found a gun. Okay. I'm not going to reload in the inventory screen. I won't do it. The game is already piss baby easy, son. Why am I going to be reloading the inventory screen? The only exception really would be the bazooka, because I don't think it has a reload animation because it has different types of ammo. Also, sadly, in this version, unlike all future or most future Resident Evils, not including Outbreak, you can't just jam all of your grenade rounds into your launcher. So you're going to get backed up. Why, yes, I would love Crank. Crank is a good movie. It's not very many movies you get to watch where Jason Statham just fucks his girlfriend on the side of the road while a bunch of Chinese tourists watch. It's a very specific niche of movie. I saw a Jason Statham movie where he was like a tormented former soldier and had like PTSD and became a homeless man in London, I assume, because what other fucking city is there in all of fucking Britain? And then he broke into some douchebag's apartment and lived there for like a year pretending to be him because the guy was on holiday. And every now and then he would see butterflies. Does anyone know what fucking movie I'm talking about? Okay, this crank is a square crank. Not to be confused with an octagonal crank. Or a hex crank. Very dramatic cutscene. Now, we have to solve a very elaborate series of events in order to get a car battery, in order to be able to get past this spot without draining this water. If Jill wasn't afraid of getting her fucking drawers wet, then we could skip a lot of this game. And I know she's not afraid to get her drawers wet because we're about to go to a flooded room full of sharks. This is why you don't wear drawers, Jill. When Wesker brought up at the last meeting that drawers were optional for STARS members and looked specifically at you and wiggled his eyebrows, it wasn't innuendo or harassment. He was trying to give you some good advice out in the field. Barry already follows it, son. That boy was born commando. She's like, weren't we all born commando? Like, maybe. I think some never nudes might have been born with a pair of drawers on. Okay. Grab some more green herbage. Green herbage. Ooh. Things I've never seen before. Gonna get a heal. Green herbage. That was... I really shouldn't have tried that. Oh god, these dogs are so fucking angry that we started running. If you walk calmly and carry a big stick, dogs are usually okay, but once you start running, they get antsy. Alright, you kinda gotta get out of my way. You're turning into Dark Souls enemy. Fucking blocking my goddamn progress. Alright, the guard quarters. This place has some creepy ass music too. I like it. I like ambience in my survival horror. Hey, how y'all doing here hanging around the corner? Like a stack of fucking pancakes. And there you go. Bob's your uncle. The only reason I came in here is because, once again, researchers love hiding shotgun shells in their desks. They're like Light Nagami hiding the Death Notes, huh? They love that shit. Okay. We're gonna... I could push a statue over a hole to not get grabbed by a tendril, but I know y'all, and y'all are on the internet, so if there's a chance for a lady in some Japanese media to get grabbed by a tendril, I know y'all want to see it. Oh, well, I guess sometimes tendrils don't grab you. It's the moral of the day. Big spiders! With the way I said that, you'd think I have a follow-up, but I don't. They're just big... Oh, god damn it, Ben. I'm so genuinely mad at myself. Because now I gotta grab a blue herb. Huh. Maybe Jill... Oh, I didn't get poisoned. Maybe Jill's less likely to get grabbed by tendrils, son. They're man-seeking tendrils. Not quite as common, but still an occurrence, so you'll see from time to time. Why, yes, I would love a F-aid spray. Spray, spray, spray those mortal wounds away. Did I ever tell y'all about the time I actually used a first aid spray in real life? It was, like the early aughts to set the stage. And I was at my uncle's house, and I burned my hand. We were cooking on the grill, and I managed to burn my hand. And my uncle, I was like, oh god, because it hurt. I needed relief. And I didn't have any tough actin or nothing. And so my uncle, goes into his medicine cabinet in his closet and comes back and he has a fucking first aid spray. Like, I didn't know it was a real thing because I played the shit out of Resident Evil. I mean, it was in a white spray bottle with, there you go. Y'all can cum your pants now. It was a white canister with a little green on it, and I sprayed it over the part of my hand that was burnt, and it left like a residue, and it legitimately made the burn stop hurting. So the moral of the story is first aid sprays is real. Don't listen to Jaden Smith, who tells you first aid sprays can't be real if our eyes aren't real, son. We're going to grab a key and then run from bees. Bees nuts. Got him. Something about the silent way the bees follow you and this creepy background music I've always found particularly unsettling. Okay. Room number 2. I would love to discard that key. Zoe just started barking. Zoe being my roommate's Great Dane, that I'm sure y'all are very familiar with. So if you hear a loud dog barking, it's not in the game. That's not diegetic. Although I guess it's diegetic to this Tenfey video, if you think about it. All y'all do is stand around in the bathroom trying to summon Bloody Mary. The Bloody Mary thing, if y'all aren't familiar with it, if you're standing in a bathroom in the dark, by like, I guess you can do it in a group. You're supposed to be spooked. But you stand in front of the mirror and say Bloody Mary over and over. She's supposed to appear and kill you. That story legitimately freaked me out as a kid. Like, I was scared to death of fucking bathroom mirrors for a long time. It's kind of fucked up when I think about it. I haven't thought about that for a while. Now I'm scared of bathroom mirrors because when I look in them, I see myself. And if there's anything I'm more disgusted with in this world than Bloody Mary, it's my own fucking self. Unfortunately, there's no combination of words that make myself disappear. Okay. Now, what I do like about advanced mode, as opposed to the original, is that we can go straight in here and fight Plant 42. We ain't got to dilly-dally downstairs. You know what? I don't trust myself to fight Plant 42 without some backup herbs. That's what Red Herb calls his singers that back him up when he does karaoke. The backup herbs. So I'm going to grab some of these just to keep my vigors up, son. Just for my constitution. I remember an ad I used to see in gaming magazines as a kid advertising Dungeons & Dragons, and it was a character sheet, and the name on the sheet was Thomas Jefferson, and he was marking out his like constitution of like 11 and putting 12, and that was and on the caption under it says Thomas Jefferson amends his constitution. That was a clever joke. But too bad Dungeons & Dragons was the devil. Hey, buddy. He really doesn't want me to have these flame rounds. But joke's on him, son. I am flame round laden. And if there's one thing that hates flame rounds, it's Plant 42. I know what you're thinking, kids at home. You're screaming at your computers, or phones, or tablets, or smartwatches, or whatever you watch Tenfey on. You're saying to yourselves, but Uncle Tenfey, what about the V-Jolt? How are you going to fight Plant 42 without the V-Jolt? And I'll tell you what, Jill Valentine does not need V-Jolt because she has the most powerful chemical law. She has Vitamin Berry. So spoilers, Plant 42 is about to have a bad fucking day. So what we're going to do is, we're going to quit this. Then we're going to walk in here, and we're going to very calmly start unloading on this motherfucker with grenade rounds. Here's you an acid round. Here's you another acid round. Don't get ornery. Here's you a third acid round. Then, just because I know you like them, and you've been good and ate your vegetables, ironically. Good lord, I got slobber knocked. Flame round, flame round.
What the hell is this?
Barry!
Jill!
You saved me!
Yeah.
That was close. Thanks, Barry.
Don't mention it. What a monster. I can't believe... What the hell is this place anyway?
I like how this is the tipping point for Barry. So, we're going to get the control room key. Look at that. I'm in genuine caution just from getting slobber knocked once by a plant monster. Jill would never make it in a fucking Japanese hentai, son. The plant monsters couldn't even fucking bring her to the climax because she would die for... That's a really bad, really poor taste joke. All right, Barry, what you got to say for yourself? Where'd you get that flamethrower? Huh? Why are you so handsome?
Okay. I'm going to stay in the soldiers area and take a look around. Though I'm sure there are still things in that other mansion as well. Anyway, let's start searching separately.
Okay.
I God, it's so awkward the way they talk. I love Barry's like super like cool guy dismissal when he saved Jill. She's like, "You saved me," and he's like, "Yeah, whatever." Cut to Barry and Jill on a jet ski, and he's like, "No way, fag." I'm sure y'all internet Disneys get that joke. If Eli the Plague of Gripes is watching this somehow, he gets that joke. God bless you, Eli. Okay. Look, there's a map on the wall. I don't know what rooms are. I'm like a stereotypical man taking his family on a road trip, son. I don't have nothing to do with maps. I ain't asking for directions. Why, I look queer or something? Ah, the aqua ring. Time for box pushing action. If only I had something to talk about while pushing these boxes with y'all. I'll talk about, I used to work in a warehouse, and where they carried a lot of large things like appliances and such. And I remember whenever I had to move like a bunch of refrigerators and washers and dryers to like make room for a certain one that needed to be pulled out for a customer, or like to make room, I would push them in a Resident Evil manner. And I would probably make the joke that that's what I was doing, but the people there that I worked with probably didn't care. And probably just thought I was some kind of idiot. Which in their defense they were right, but in my defense they were a bunch of assholes. So, checkmate, atheists? They probably would have understood it if I said, "Oh, I'm pushing blocks like an Ocarina of Time." They'd have been like, "Well, that's the best game ever made. Oh boy. Hey, do you watch The Big Bang Theory? You remind me of that Sheldon." And then I started spontaneously vomiting while my head spun like The Exorcist. Ah, the good times. And by that I mean one of the worst parts of my life. Alright, Jill. Time to get your asshole wet. There's nothing worse than getting your asshole wet when you don't want to. If you're not in a proper asshole saturating scenario, it's just unpleasant. Son, these sharks go right for the asshole. They say a shark can smell a lady's asshole from 20 miles away underwater. Alright. That room used to spook me out as a kid because I've always found underwater things, like the thought of something being underwater, terrifying, something that's going to attack you. But in retrospect, you just run through there and immediately drain the water. Now, if you come down here and don't have the key, which happens if you don't play the game correctly, if you're bad at it, then yes, because then you're stuck in there with the sharks. Also, in the remake, this area is much more dangerous. For any of y'all who haven't seen the remake of this game somehow, I suggest you watch the Tenfey of me and Levi playing the remake. It's a good time. There's some handgun magazines, which... dead to me, but there are some shotgun shells. We've pretty much got enough shotgun shells to get us through the rest of the game. People talk about Resident Evil, they're like, "Oh, it's so ammo conservation, you can't possibly defeat all the enemies." No, you can. You can accidentally fall ass backwards on all the zombies and kill them. Especially if you're procking mad head crits. Especially if you're celebrating the 12 days of Critsmas like we did earlier in this playthrough. Okay, the helmet key. See, normally we would have to do all this, and that key would have been the one that lets us get into Plant 42's room. Now, we could just leave these sharks here to asphyxiate, but it's Christmas, so we'll put them out of their fucking misery. Alright, and like natural-born killers, we'll leave one shark to tell the tale. The Shark Tale? Oh, good lord, isn't that Will Smith movie? He's going to be the genie in Aladdin. Aladdin's going to make them first two wishes, and then when the genie's like, "Alright, y'all, you promised that third wish is going to set me free," and he's going to be like, "But genie, I've got social obligations. I can't wish you to be free." And he's going to be like, "Oh, hell no." That's some fucked up shit. My name's Mike Lowry. Remember Remember when Will Smith was in the YouTube 2018 Rewind? Because he's that, you know, a super famous YouTuber. Trying to be... Oh, wait. There's a cutscene.
Wesker!
Jill, so you're safe.
That's what I was going to say. Where on earth have you been? You disappeared from the hall all of a sudden.
I'm sorry, but I have my reasons. Perhaps you guys have met them? It was all I could do to protect myself against those strange creatures.
Is that right? Anyway, it's good to see you're safe.
Jill, our first priority is to get out of here.
Yes, you're right.
Now, there are a lot of rooms in that mansion that we can't get into because they're locked up. I have been looking around for clues.
Okay, I'll go to the other house and see if I can find any clues.
Will you do that? I'm counting on you.
The way Jill says, "Where have you been?" sounds... I assume that's like an English pronunciation, but I honestly don't know. Certainly not how she talks in Resident Evil 3. Alright, we gotta get ourselves ready to return to the mansion, where we thought it was safe, yet. There's gonna be some serious shit going on, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. So, we probably don't need the shotgun right this second. Acid rounds, though, they never hurt nobody, except the shit you shot with them. Make sure I'm at full health, yep. Alright, no, I don't want to use them. Jill looks so condescending in her little beret portrait down there at the bottom of the screen. Alright, we want to take at least one fat heal with us. Heels on wheels! Okay, there were some explosive R's in here, too. Alright, that ought to hold us for a brief... I got to sort this fucking inventory. This shit's killing me. If there's one thing important in Resident Evil, is to have a clean inventory kit. It's like wearing clean socks. You gotta have a clean Resident Evil inventory. Put you all down here because your items. Look at that. That's a pretty fucking inventory if I've ever seen one. And I have. Okay, what are we gonna do? Equip a Colt Python? I'd love to. Nah, we need to use up these flame rounds. Okay. Which, these herbs, I'm gonna find herbs along the way. The true full heals are the herbs we're gonna find along the way. So maybe I don't need to take these with me. There we go. I know what I'm doing. Alright, these dogs that were out here should be gone because we're going to trigger a radio message from Brad. There he is.
This is Brad. I know you can't answer me, but somehow, give me a sign.
This is Jill. Brad? Oh, it's broken.
I like that Richard was the only one with a radio, and even his doesn't even properly work right. Properly work right. That's a... might be a tad bit redundant of a sentence, now that I'm thinking about it. Hey. Oh, God. Good lord, he tanked a fucking flame round and loved it. Oh, that was, yeah. There we go. God bless us, everyone. How did I not get bit there? These damn snakes here, I'm pretty sure they can poison you with their venom. For those of you that argue about the distinctions between venom and poison, If you get bitten by a venomous snake, can you say you've been poisoned? Or do you have to say you've been envenomed? There's so many social cues when it comes to being poisoned I just don't know about. Alright, there are dogs out here. But maybe if we show them respect and humility and shoot them with a bazooka, then they won't bother us. God, these dogs are fucking drunk. Give me your keys. You can't drive your dog cars home. Powerpuff Girls has taught me that dogs might be able to talk, but they sure as heck can't drive. Okay. We got heels to make, baby. Heels on wheels. I just realized we never examined the Magnum when we picked it up. And okay, we did examine the helmet key. Son. The Colt Python. God, revolvers are sexy. There we go. Now we got fat heels, son. Like, those heels are at risk for adult onset diabetes. They're goddamn obese. They must be American heels. Okay. Luckily, we've already, killed all the zombies in the mansion, so it'll be completely empty, and there won't be any kind of horrific monstrosities in here for us to fret over. No, sir, it's all clear sailing for us. Alright, so those are hunters. If you're not familiar with them, they are motherfuckers. And they have now infested the mansion. So, no more fun times with zombies. It's all hunters. It's hunters all the way down, baby. But that's alright. We've got Colt Pythons, and acid rounds, and Barry Burton. We are well prepared for Hunter Mageddon. What are you going to do, brother, when Hunter Mageddon runs wild on you? You gotta walk that mile. Style and profile. You gotta ride Hunter Mountain. Oh yeah. I'll put these hunters in camel clutch. Make them humble. Make them humble. I told him. See, the problem is the Colt Python, sometimes it one-shots them, and sometimes it two-shots them. So you got to know when to hold this gun, but you also need to know when to fold this gun. So Barry was nice enough to put some bullets in this room for us. I want to see his adventures through Hunter Mansion. I mean, he's got a Magnum. Oh, Barry, you sweetheart, with your acid round and shotgun shells. What are we going to fucking do with you? Alright, we got some serious fucking business to take care of, so let's drop off these shotgun shells. Unfortunately, they won't auto-combine in this version. We can drop off the MO disc. And then we'll pick these up before we go. Because I don't want to miss it when they hit that high. Okay. God, that's a sorted ass fucking inventory right there. This ought to hold us for a little while. Honestly, that might not be enough ammo. We might need to bring the shotgun. Tell you what, just in case. Just because I don't want you all to worry. I don't want you to be like my grandma and be like, "Oh, Benjamin, why don't you take a shotgun with you?" I'm like, "No, Graham. I don't need a shotgun." She's like, "Now, honey, I don't want you to get out there and realize it's chilly and then you don't got a shotgun." I don't want you to catch yellow fever. Like, it's not even relevant. Okay, we are going to run away from this hunter. Good Lord, help me, Jesus Christ Almighty. That's my runaway music. We actually got away from him surprisingly easy. I'm a tad bit disappointed how easily we got away from him. Alright, another fireplace. You know what that means. So the reason we're armed to the fucking teeth is this is probably the hardest fight in this game. You fight the yawn again, and although he doesn't poison you, he is a motherfucker. And it's very hard to dodge in this room. So we're just going to try to deeps him to death. Deeps him to death, my favorite Goosebumps book. He does not take kindly to you examining pianos, I'll tell you that much. Alright, we're going to shoot you with the Magnum. We're going to run. Nope, we got hit because fuck me. Alright, we're going to shoot you with the Magnum. Shoot you with the Magnum. We're going to reload like an asshole in the corner. Oh, good God. Alright, we are in danger. We're going to start putting acid rounds in you. 1, 2. Oh, God. 3, 4. Well, shit. We obliterated that motherfucker. Usually I miss a lot more. Alright. Well, that was a good ass fucking snake fight right there.
Jill, have you found anything interesting?
Yes, but I can't see very well.
How about going down to check by yourself? I have a rope here.
Oh, do you? Well, then I'll try to go down using the rope.
Wait.
Hey, what's going on?
Now I've done it. Sorry, Jill. Wait. I'll go and get another rope.
Barry? Barry!
Oh, Butterfingers Barry. So you can actually just leave here and go down these this ladder that's underneath this inconspicuous gravestone we found under the floor. But if you want to get the good ending, you got to trust your boy Barry Burton and hang out here. You have to believe in the Barry Burton that believes in you.
Hey! Are you there, Jill? Grab the rope! I'm sorry, Jill.
I didn't know that was going to happen.
Sorry. I was really careless.
Are you okay, Barry? Maybe you're getting tired.
No, I'm all right. Don't worry. Jill, I found something.
So this pass number actually unlocks a door that you can't open any other way. That's up in the second floor of the mansion. In fact, I don't know if Chris can ever open it because he doesn't have Barry to just find the fucking hack the password for him.
Thank you. I'll take this then.
Once again, they immediately split up. Imagine how much easier that snake fight would have been if Barry had been in here. He'd have grabbed that snake. He'd have jumped down the snake's throat and fucking grabbed the inside of its asshole and pulled it inside out through its mouth. And have been like, take a look at this. Oh God. I got hit. So this is the basement. You hear this super tense music that's in the background? Well, spoilers. And I was talking earlier about the director's cut version of this game having different music. This is the area that everyone always brings up because it has the clowns farting into trombones music. And, well, first we got to get past some zombies that are eating each other, as you do. But, tell you what. I'll go find the clown fart music, and I'll put some of it in right here. So yeah, it's definitely not as tense as this music, although I still find it unsettling. So maybe that's what they were going for. Hey, are you dead in the floor? If you're a dead zombie, you have to tell me. It's like being an undercover cop. Motherfucker soaked up 2 shotgun shells. Alright. Even though Danny Elfman, disguised as some sort of iguana man, told me not to, I'm going to go in the basement. Wait, was that Danny Elfman? I told him. Oh god. I hate when they jump because they're immune to bullets in midair. At least I think they are. Alright, we're getting there. We're getting there, kids. Don't worry, your old Uncle Tenfey knows what he's doing. He's not bad at video games. Despite thousands of previous examples of him being bad at video games. Alright. This is where you find the car battery we talked about earlier in the vanilla game. But in this version, there's just some explosive rounds. I turn into Eeyore. It's like, oh Eeyore, what seems to be the trouble? He's like, well, Pooh, I was looking for a car battery, but all I found are these explosive rounds. And Pooh's like, well, Eeyore, you could blow someone up. You could blow up a beehive for a smackerel of honey. Ooh, I've got a rumbly in my tumbly. And Tigger's like, hoo-hoo-hoo! Acid rounds do more damage. Is there a zombie over here? If there, oh, good lord. He phased into existence. You know what, sir? And I use the term very loosely. Fuck you. It is the one nice thing about the Magnum is you always get head crits. I only shot him with one because I need to immediately throw these into my gun to get them out of my inventory. So, bam. Alright. We're getting there. We know what we're doing. Shut the fuck up. Hey, are you in here fucking learning to read? Are you hooked on phonics? You better not be watching Muzzy. Okay. So this fun little side room has the car battery in it. It also has an ink ribbon and a handgun magazine, but we have no need for such things. Also, if you examine that window, a bunch of crows burst in here, so we're not going to examine that window. Sorry to disappoint y'all, but I don't feel like trying to shoot a bunch of crows with a grenade launcher. We saw what happened to poor Forrest. God bless his heart. Okay. Son, we're just a bebop and a scat through this game. I mean, speedrunners would have already beat it twice by now, but they wouldn't have had the good times we're having. They wouldn't have, you know, had some fun, shared a few laughs. Alright, that's a Doom book. Yes, sir, what you got you here is a Doom book. We're going to need inventory space, so we're going to eat a full heal for the nat fart of damage we took. Okay. Alright. We're getting there, kids. We're solving the perplexing mystery of the mansion. Mystery of the Mansion! That could be a Goosebumps title. It doesn't sound stupid enough to be one of my made-up Goosebumps titles, so maybe not. Maniac Mansion. Now that's a game. I only ever really played it on the NES, though. It was very clunky. Also, I don't think they let you microwave the hamster in the NES version. And I mean, why even play the game at that point? Alright, once again, I'm not worried because as we've established, with no break-in precedent, zombies just can't open doors. So much build up just to have his fucking body decimated. Alright, we have the battery. We could technically just run straight to the lab, but there are fun items that we could get with the helmet key. But we have to fight through some hunters to get to them. So, I think it'll, you know, eventually it'll be considered a good time for y'all. So, let's go for it. This hallway has now become spiders, but we ain't worried about that. Spiders ain't no thing, babe. Alright, spooky jump scare, but we're gonna run past it. Oh god, get me in the door! Fuck me. God, hunters are so much more intimidating than the fucking zombies. It's almost like that was the point. Okay. Let's do some inventory management, shall we? So what do we need? We can store you for now. And you. Acid rounds, store those. That'll clear up some inventory space. Yeah, there we go. I like how this is looking. I am just going to reload this in the menu since it doesn't have an animation for me to think I look cool doing. So I'm not going to bother with that. We're going to need the square crank when we go outside. If we want to avoid going to another save room, we might as well take it with us now. There we go. He was so stunned that we completely ignored him under those stairs that he couldn't even react in time. The sheer audaciousness of our actions. So there's the door that the passcode Barry gave us unlocked. It leads to that same area we just went through the basement to get to. So it's just another alternate path if you don't feel like taking that path. If you feel like taking an alternative. Alright, we're going to take these magnum rounds. There's some shotgun shells there. We literally do not need them. We have more than enough, like more than we will ever shoot in the rest of the game, so I'm not taking them. Sorry for any of y'all whose OCD's flaring up, but we just don't need them. Will you try and take out the eyeball? I like how it's not like guaranteed. There should be like a 5% chance you just can't get that fucking gem. Alright, let's do some more hunter dodging. We have to get back to the tiger statue with this gem if we want to reap its rewards. Which means we've got to get past all these hunters we just ran around. Which is not as easy as saying it out loud makes it seem. Bebop scat! No, he sensed my fucking intentions. Alright, as soon as we get in here, we have to turn and just start running. Because they are going to be on us, son, like a pile of neck bones. Neck bones! Oh, good lord. Get in here. Whew. Okay, I wasn't worried. Were you worried? Okay. Alright, we're going to calmly get into the tiger statue room. Yeah! We did it! We phased through the back of an enemy. Alright, this is completely optional, but you'll see why I went through it. Because putting the red eye in here, in the base game gets you an MO disc, I believe. But in this version, gets you a shitload of magnum rounds. So I'd go to hell and high water for magnum rounds. I'm like Harry Mason trying to save his daughter from Silent Hill. I'm like, have you seen a shitload of magnum rounds? 357 fit in a revolver? Alright. Now to escape the mansion where we thought it was safe. Fuck you. He jumped. We did it! Cool. We killed a hunter! That's cool. I turned to the Beavis and Butthead. I was like, huh, that was cool. He said magnum. Okay. So, the best route out of here would probably be the downstairs one. Because the spooky dogs jumping through windows hallway now just has 2 spiders in it. And then the room after that has 1 hunter that likes to James Brown around the corner, who we can just blat blat with our grenade launcher. And yeah. If we go upstairs, we have to get through like 4 or 5 hunters, so we're definitely not going that way. Never go upstairs, kids. It's dangerous. Elevation is the #1 killer of humans. Yeah. It's not. I thought I could quickly come up with a joke in response to me saying that, but it's not. Remember this lonely herb we left here in this hallway? You thought I forgot about it? Lonely herb. That's one of Red Herb's other cousins. You're going to jump, aren't you? Because Van Halen told you might as well. Yeah, I told him. Son, looks like you had your back against the wrecking machine. And I am the worst that you've seen. And I believe you can see what I mean. Okay. MO. Yeah, the other MO discs are in the lab, so we should be good. There is a hunter added out here. Alright, we gotta move so he doesn't try to jump on us. There you go. Come on, sweet cheeks. Why are you invincible in midair? It's not fair. Son, somebody get fucking refs in here. get a blue response. I need an errata put on these hunters. They're goddamn invincibility frames. They got 99 adaptability. Trying to PvP my ass on the lava bridge. Okay. No reason to leave this green herb here. The lonely green herb. I was going to say, I thought some of these dogs resurrected. But maybe not. Okay. Now to solve the perplexing puzzle of the car battery. Ooh. That wouldn't really be a Goosebumps book. That's more of a Hardy Boys book. The perplexing mystery of the car battery. So we run past the snakes. Go down the lift. That lift doesn't seem very OSHA compliant. It's got like hardly any of the barriers on it. You just fall off that motherfucker, son. You have a lawsuit long as your arm. Okay. Let me go over here. Might as well equip our magnum so we look cool. You put a battery in this thing because for some reason this lift isn't direct current powered. It has to have a fucking car battery in it. That takes us back upstairs. Up here to Dogtown, which is population is now no longer dogs because I murdered them. Isn't Dogtown Lords of Dogtown? Isn't that a movie? Isn't it about skateboarding? Someone in the comments said alleviate my curiosity because I feel like that's the name of a movie, but I can't prove it. Okay, then we use the crank here. Now the water is filled back up. You probably see where I'm going with all this. Probably because you've played Resident Evil. It's not like it's a new game. I like to think at least one of y'all has never played classic Resident Evil, though. And you're just so mesmerized by everything that's happening. Flabbergasted, even. Gobsmacked? Jill, sweetheart, activate the elevator. Notice I had to face completely away from the control panel. So I'm bringing that CinemaSins counter back up. I'll have 5 million subscribers by tonight by nitpicking video games. I'm sure somebody has already made a terrible video game sins channel. And all of that is so the water is not flowing right here from opening that thing earlier so that we can climb down this ladder. So because Jill didn't want to walk through a little waterfall, you had to do everything we just did to get that fucking car battery. That's video games, kids. This is why all video games are terrible.
Oh, Jill, what good timing. A moment ago I heard someone's voice coming from this hole. Let's go together since it's dark and we can't see very well.
Okay, let's go.
Okay, then I'm gonna cover you. Let's hurry! Hey, are you all right? I can go first if you want me to.
Okay, let's go, Barry. I'm depending on you.
Jill was so skeptical of Barry right there. But with the combination we chose, he's going to follow us around. For the briefest of moments, we're actually going to team up and be good friends. We're Magnum Bros. That's why Barry wants to hang out with me now. When he saw us running around with that little 9mm handgun, he was so embarrassed. He didn't want the cool kids to see me with him. But now that I've got a strong, independent Magnum, son, he's all about it. There are some grenade rounds over here. We might as well grab. And to Barry's shock and horror, I'm going to waste one of these so I can get all 6 of these out of my inventory. And we'll take the first aid spray, because if we need inventory space, we can just eat a green herb. Barry, you're so proud of my inventory management. He's like, you wasted a grenade round. See how much easier the game could be if Barry hung out with us and was good friends? I think we're going to get to meet another Stars Bravo team member. Oh boy, nothing bad ever happens to them.
Is that Jill?
Is that voice Enrico's?
Yeah?
You're alive!
Wait there! Are you with anybody, Jill?
What? Oh, yes!
Enrico!
So, Barry and Jill together.
Are you all right, Enrico?
The stars are doomed. Someone is a traitor. Everything was plotted from the start by Umbrella. Ha!
Enrico!
Once again, Barry is examining something. Investigating, of course. That's what you call it. So apparently Enrico was down here solving puzzles because he had him crank. And we'll examine it so that way we know it's the hex crank. The square crank and the hex crank. Alright, there's some hunters out here now. We're going to try to ignore them. The only thing that hurts hunters more than magnum bullets is being ignored. God, if only Barry was still following us, son, he could just blat these motherfuckers. Hey, how y'all doing? I'll just be passing through. Don't mind me. No need to get up. I don't want to raise a fuss now. Alright. Let's crank, shall we? Wasn't that a fun, non-tedious animation we had to sit through? Well, I hope you're used to it, because that ain't the last time you got to watch it. God. It's probably the most tedious part of this game is this fucking underground tunnels. Alright. Chris Redfield's arch nemesis, a boulder, is down here, so we're gonna dodge it. You could almost say we dashed past that boulder. Run around him. Okay, the Black Tiger. You might think that, hey, Black Tiger, I bet Ben likes that boss. No, it's a giant spider. Now here's what we're going to do. We need to get these webs off of here. So if we're good at the game and not getting hit constantly, we can make him spew his spider jizz all over it, and eventually it will eat through the web. Otherwise, we either have to shoot it with guns and shit, like the LAPD, or there is actually a knife in the corner of the room that we could grab and go board it with. And there you go. That's how you fight a giant spider. You run away. Think smart. Fighting foes is not the only way to survive. Alright, he did poison us, just like Ernest P. Worrell warned us in Ernest Saves Christmas when he was playing that caricature. But luckily, the developers were kind enough to put one blue herb in here. Time for some intense healing action. A blue herb, a mixed herb, good times. We're having a good time. Leave a comment if you're having a good time. And also like, favorite, subscribe if you're having a good time. We have so many heals. It amazes me when people run out of heals. Like my friend Chris, God bless his heart. Chris, if you're watching this, you have to leave a comment. But I remember back in the day when we were in high school, and I was talking about how much I liked this game, and he said he had been playing it, and he said he couldn't beat it. So I was like, son, I'll come over, you load that save up, let old Uncle Ben take care of that game for you. Well, spoilers, I loaded his file. He was at the end of the game, right before the final boss. He was in danger, and he had used every healing item in the game. I still don't know how he did it. It had to have been intentional. Chris, you son of a bitch, if you're watching. You got me. You got me so good that day. Okay. All we got left, what are we going to do? Solve a puzzle. Well, first, you all have to watch me do that crank animation 3 more times. So I hope you're excited. Hope you're as excited as I was doing it initially. Tell you what, I'll speed it up for you. It'll be my Christmas present to you. Wasn't that fun, kids? Alright. More boulder dashing. Wonder if anyone's ever been killed by those boulders. Probably. At least once. Oh, it's another Doom book. Well, here's your problem right here. You had you a Doom book, but 2 Doom books is just... it's a bit too much Doom. Now, I'm a fan of Doom 2. I enjoy that super shotgun. But you can have too much Doom. Now, the point of this room is to get this statue over there on that square in the bottom left. Now the right, that's slightly discolored. But since you can't pull things in the Resident Evil world, you have to use elaborate crank puzzles to get it away from the wall so that you can push it back over there. What an odd world they live in. Maybe that explains all their strange, not elite police force-esque behavior they've been exhibiting, is the fact that they can't pull. You can only push. It'd be hard to jerk off in a world where you can only push. That's literally where my mind went. That was the largest issue I could think of in a non-push or a non-pull world. I guess you could just slap your dick around for a little while. Probably a bit more. You use up a lot more of your dick's stamina and HP, but you probably get where you're going. Alright, time to use the Doom books. My favorite thing about the Doom books is that, because you need the eagle and wolf medal to put into the statue, and the Doom books are titled Eagle of East, Wolf of West, which I think is a really good name for a book. Like, somebody actually write that book. And if you buy the collector's edition, it's hollowed out and has a medal in it. It doesn't really help you read it, but you can feel cool, and you can hide drugs in it. Or a gun. Drug guns! A medal. I like how she's so matter of fact. Like, it's a medal from the first Doom book. I always wondered how they fill this thing back up with water once somebody drains it for the secret lab elevator. Someone get that CinemaSins counter updated. Alright, and we're at the secret lab. Wow, it seems like we were just in the mansion. We were so young and naive back then. Getting all those mad head crits with our crit gun. Blatting zombies. I like to refer to those as the good old days. Alright, we no longer need this crank. We could use an MO disc, though, just to get us through the tough times. I feel like we can go Magnum Cum Laude for the rest of the playthrough. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to have us a good time blatting motherfuckers with this Magnum. We're going to grease these motherfuckers with my wheel gun. And fuck you for the future. You're like the androids. I'm going to kill you for the future. Naked zombies. Jesus, baby Jesus, on the day before his birthday, y'all are down here showing your zombies shame. You're like, actually, Christmas is celebrated due to incorporation of a pagan holiday based around the solstice. The actual birth of Christ, as if it actually occurred, cannot be properly traced back. Like, thank you. Thank you for that, Mr. Venom Snake Poison guy. Richard Sucker, I believe, was the canon name we gave him on the Tenfey channel. Probably the least popular Tenfey character, I'd like to imagine. Now we get to watch Jill be an excited hacker. I wonder if this computer could run Doom or Doom 2. Alright. My name is Detective John Kimball. My password is Ada. Spoilers, he's referring to Ada Wong. Resident Evil staple Ada Wong. Does that mean technically Ada's been featured in every Resident Evil in some capacity? Because she's the researcher's password in this game. She's in 2. She has an epilogue in 3, I believe. She's in 4, obviously. I guess she's not in 5? Alright, and the password to unlock this door is mole. Spoilers, in the remake, it's not mole, it's cell. And if you type the word mole in and hit enter, you get to hear Tofu from Resident Evil 2 yell something in English. I believe it's in English. Because sometimes he says, "How you doing there?" And when he gets grabbed by zombies, he goes, "Shit." Ah, Tofu. Back when Resident Evil was good. Tofu better be in the Resident Evil 2 remake, or I'm going to throw a big tantrum. I'm going to be fucking Occupy Wall Street. It's going to be Occupy Capcom. They're like, in later news, one large fat bearded man is laying outside of Capcom's USA headquarters, yelling about tofu. Okay. What order do we want to do this place in? Go in there, push a thing, grab a thing. Yeah, that's what we'll do. We'll push a thing and grab a thing. It's a good time. I love the noise it makes when you use that key. Well, look at you, hanging around the corner like a stack of pancakes. Don't you come ambling over here. I warned you, sir. Alright, this room right here is a tremendous pain in the ass in the original version of this game, but in the range mode, they make it more convenient. So you have to push these boxes on top of those vents up there, just like the armor room earlier, son. It's like poetry, it rhymes. But you push this shit around to... Because when you push these stairs on that switch, poison gas is going to leak out. And by that I mean poison gas is going to leak out. But getting these boxes aimed just right in the original version, the camera angle is like more Dutch. It's more obtuse. And it's just makes it that much harder. So I appreciate advanced modes, advanced camera angle technology. Alright, we need to get you over. Yeah, just like that. Astute watchers will have noticed that there is both a box of shotgun shells on that operating table and a red herb tucked away in the corner of the room. But if I remind you of just how much shit is in our fucking item box, I believe we can abstain from either one of those. There we go. No fart gas to kill us. How you doing there laying on the floor, sweetheart? Are you still alive? He took 2 Magnum bullets. He was a fucking trooper. It was worth it because he was guarding 6 Magnum bullets. Son, we just did some maths. Alright, we're going to use the MO disc. So you have to use these 3 MO discs on these 3 card readers in the lab to get all 3 passkeys to unlock the prison cell where either Chris in this scenario or Jill in Chris's scenario is locked. And it just seems ridiculous that like the most super guarded part of this whole fucking laboratory is just the jail cell. Like it's not, I mean, is everything else, it's the one door that doesn't unlock during the self-destruct sequence or anything. They take that shit serious, son. When they put you in prison in Umbrella, son, you know you did something wrong. You earned it. Okay. This, I don't know why this is even hidden. Like, I don't think that was supposed to be a super hidden secret. I think that was just some weird feng shui shit somebody put in this room. Like one of those fake bookshelves that opens and you've got your douchey fucking wine collection behind it or something. But then again, what the hell do I know? Okay. Alright, we are about to gun down just a shitload of zombies with this Magnum. It's going to be very satisfying. And very expensive. I imagine 357 bullets aren't the cheapest. 1, 2. Oh god, we missed. 2, 3. No, god! My flair for the dramatic has finally come back to punish me. Alright, we're reloaded. Oh god, Ben, don't get killed by a bunch of naked zombies because you were trying to look cool on the internet. See? Genuine tension. I'm down in genuine caution. Because of how I refuse to live my life by reloading in the inventory screen. I just won't do it. No, sir. Not on the Tenfey channel. Also, anime titties. Doot, doot, doot. Just thought we'd have us a little moment of levity. Alright, let's not get grabbed by any asshole naked zombies. And we'll go to the item box and just snort a fucking herb. That's that good shit. The mixed herbs, son. He's like, take me too. You killed my best friend. Don't leave me here, asshole naked. Hey, I thought I murdered you. I thought I strapped you to the bed. Alright. Okay. Let's grab us. We'll take some herbs with us for the road, just because things are getting shifty here in the Umbrella Lab. I guess we'll throw these flame rounds in here for fun. Like, in case when we go to fight the Tyrant, we just decide... Actually, yeah, we'll take the bazooka with us. Fuck everything. Why not? Okay. Blat and Blat. Son, y'all got like a super close-up zombie head explosion. Alright, this room is full of chimeras. Not to be confused with bitching chimeras. But they're very annoying and hard to fight, even with the Magnum, so I'm going to try and ignore them the best I can. I mean, that's the result, but what can you do? Can't win them all, son. They like to do cool uppercuts and try to grab you from the ceiling. They're genuine, card-carrying motherfuckers. But not as bad as hunters. They're more dodgeable, I'd like to say. Alright, we'll use the last ammo disc. Oh, that's optional, by the way. If you don't feel like dealing with MO disc, I mean, you can leave Chris Redfield to get blown the fuck up. I don't give a shit. He pretty much went downhill after this game. I do like his non-canon Resident Evil 2 appearance, but in Resident Evil 5, he was a bit much. Alright, there's a battery here that we want. Once again, a elevator in this fucking laboratory needs a goddamn car battery to work. Well, thank you, game, for letting me know everything that just happened. So matter-of-factly. I'm going to pass a couple more chimeras. You wanted to grab me and pull my beautiful, what do we call them? Super bangs? Ultra bangs? Mega bangs? Jill's hairstyle? It feels like such a long time ago, but it was just like an hour and 30 minutes. That was a long time ago. Jesus, how long have I been fucking playing?
Jill! Jill! You're here too!
Yes, you're here too?
Look, I lost my way.
Let's get going. Wesker?
You did a fine job, Barry.
Just as I thought.
I think you should stay away from Barry, Jill. I hear that his wife and 2 daughters will be in danger if he doesn't do everything I tell him to.
You are so cruel.
Well, you don't have to worry about anything, because you'll be free from this world very soon, Jill.
Why do you have to destroy stars?
That's Umbrella's intention. This laboratory has been engaging in dangerous experiments, and recently an accident has occurred. Anyway, this disaster cannot be made public.
That's why having stars nosing about is so inconvenient. So you're a slave of Umbrella now, along with these virus monsters.
I think you misunderstand me, Jill. To me, the monsters you mention mean nothing. I'm going to burn all of them together with this entire laboratory. I must complete my mission, as ordered by Umbrella. Barry, go up on the ground and wait there.
Barry!
Barry's such a fool. He'll be under the control of Umbrella forever.
How come both Umbrella and you can intimidate him by taking his family as hostages?
Umbrella? Well, I intimidated him, but it had nothing to do with Umbrella. I just used him for my personal purposes, though both you and Barry seem to think I was following orders from Umbrella.
So you're planning something else?
If you succeeded in developing the world's most powerful biological weapon, what would you do? What if you were in charge?
You must stop this now.
You're a brave girl, but if I were you, I wouldn't give up such a big discovery. You guys are idiots. No one understands its real value.
So, you're all the research?
Better yet, I'm going to show you the Tyrant.
Oh! Barry!
Sorry, Jill.
How is your family?
I was listening to what you and Wesker were talking about. I wish I realized it earlier. I thought it must have something to do with Umbrella, you know. So it's all been masterminded by him.
But it's good that you know that now. Anyway, let's get out of this house first.
Jill!
Yes, what?
Do you have any idea what Wesker was going to show you at the back of this place?
Well, he was talking about the world's most powerful biological weapon, called Tyrant or something, I think.
Do you think we could see Tyrant now?
Barry, you're so optimistic.
It would look bad for Stars if we let such a dangerous creature run loose.
Maybe you're right. Let's go then. Can a creature like this really be the ultimate biological weapon?
Really? Wesker is a crazy man.
Tyrant is not completely developed.
But we can't let it live. That must be the computer for monitoring this creature. Damn you!
It can't control what it does.
Barry, you're so optimistic by just letting the Tyrant immediately free and then getting one-shotted by it. Jill was so sympathetic, though. She's like, it can't control what it does. And then In the Arms of the Angel starts playing in the background. It's like, for $8 a day, you can sponsor a Tyrant. Their hearts are on the outsides of their bodies. It's goddamn horrific. Please donate now. Well, we did it, kids. We killed the Tyrant. Good times. And it won't be the last time Jill shoots a Tyrant and Barry to death with a Magnum. Wink, wink.
Barry? Barry! You're alive!
I'm really embarrassed. I was clumsy.
Let's get going.
Alright. I thought you had to unlock the door, but I guess not. Barry being awake makes the door unlock. It's like the opposite of Rose Red.
What happened to Wesker?
The triggering system has now been activated. All researchers
Wesker must have set it off.
take cover.
There's not much time left for us.
Unlock all transport activation.
I love the awkward elevator ride here. By the way. Once again, immediately separate. Because why not? Because video games. You could almost say I should stop getting mad at video games, but I won't. It's all I have. My anger at video games. Some Chimeras hanging out here, but as we've established in the past, I don't give one half of two fucks about Chimeras. Coincidentally, I also don't really care about bitchin' Camaros either, son. Alright. We're going to rescue Chris. He's going to have a slightly different uniform because it's advanced mode. It's going to be a good time.
Oh, Jill!
Oh, Chris! So you're okay?
Yeah, you too! What happened to Wesker?
Let's talk about it later. Let's get out of here!
She's like, fuck Wesker. Barry cold-cocked the shit out of him. Alright, Chris, let's hang out and be good friends. I assume you're not just going to run off like every other man in my life. Poor Jill. She needs a Lifetime original movie written about her.
Let's go!
Oh, Jill. I was going to say when you find your Carlos, but Carlos only really appears in Resident Evil 3. I don't even think Jill likes him that much, even with his foxy accent. Blatting zombies for fun and profit. Okay. Alright, all that's left is to get on the roof and peacefully leave the lab.
Let's go!
I like to think Chris got that handgun out of the item box. But no, my handgun's still in there. Alright, here's what we're going to do. We're going to heal. We're going to reload our Magnum. Everyone gasping in horror as I waste 2 Magnum bullets. And then we are just going to grab a shitload of healing items. Look at that. We're the first aid commando, son. Don't fuck with us.
Hurry!
This is Brad. Running out of fuel. If there is anyone alive, contact me now, okay? This is Brad.
I love... Hold on, I got to see that again. Barry and Chris's dual hands to chin. That could be... Hold on. This could be an album cover. I got to get this shit just right. Boys to Jill. Come on, y'all. Everybody do your pose. There we go. Straight out of Raccoon City. Ah, good times. We're having some good times right at the end of the playthrough.
There is 3 minutes until explosion.
Oh no! You must be kidding! After we've come all the way here!
Ladies first. Go first, Jill.
But Chris!
Give me a chance to play nice guy.
Okay, I leave it up to you. See you again at the heliport.
Once again, the emergency elevator they have to escape on when the lab's going to explode, and it needs a fucking car battery to run. I know why. Once again, I know why, from gameplay reasons, they have to make sure you have a free inventory space for this fight. But still, it's a bit insulting. I see where CinemaSins gets all his vim and vigor from now. Alright, let's get Brad down here, land that helicopter so peacefully. Good times. God, the Tyrant's back and he's so pissed. And now he's got cool Street Fighter moves. He's like going to EX dash over here. Oh God. He's burning meter. Don't worry, Jill. He can't control what he does. Oh no. Oh God. Stand up, Jill. Stand up for what you believe in, which is not getting the shit knocked out of you. Alright, we're going to eat this. Must reload dramatically. Oh God. Put bullets in your gun, Jill. Alright, we're just in regular caution. I think we can handle it. Oh, good lord. Oh, God. Yep. Good thing we can fucking pause time and eat first aid sprays. Brad, sweetheart, if you have a rocket launcher up there, I'd love to have it. Alright, we're down to the last magnum bullet. Oh, God.
It's coming! Jill! Kill that monster! You're our Amazon, Jill!
Oh God, Jill, you're an Amazon. Get the rocket launcher. Okay, we got this shit, son. And just to make it official, we'll take a look at our rocket launcher here. One shot can destroy any target. There you go. That's Resident Evil. Y'all enjoy the credits, because I have to piss terribly right now. Merry Christmas. Unless you're watching this in May, then merry, like 7 months to Christmas.